Okay, I think we're going to be live momentarily if we aren't already. And it is Saturday. It's May the 23rd, and it is the beginning of Memorial Day weekend. So first, let me just take a moment and give honor to those who have served our nation, who have sacrificed their lives for our nation, who have paid a very high price to allow us to live in freedom and free of fear. And freedom from fear is actually what I wanted to talk about today, not just in honor of Memorial Day and those who sacrificed to keep us free as a nation and free from fear in our individual lives and for our families, but because it's a really constant biblical theme to do not fear. And so I have here a couple pages of scriptures, 8 examples of do not fear or fear not. And you might say, well, that's really not a lot of examples, 8. But these are 8 just from the book of Isaiah. I mean, if we went and looked in all the books of the Bible and we went to the words of Jesus, who oftentimes was saying, don't fear, fear not. Well, it's way more than 8. But I picked out Isaiah because I liked some of his in particular. Isaiah 54, I'm working backwards from the back of the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 54, verse 4. Do not be afraid, you will not be put to shame. Isaiah 51, 7. Do not fear the reproach of mere mortals, or be terrified by their insults. Isaiah 43, verse 1. But now, this is what the Lord says, He who created you, He who formed you, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. And Isaiah 41, verse 14. Do not be afraid, little Israel. Do not fear, for I myself will help you, declares the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Isaiah 41:13, the verse right before that. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. I picture a little child trying to cross the street, and a grown-up takes their hand and says, come on, I'll get you across safely. Isaiah 41 again, but this is verse 10. So, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. There he is again, holding our hand. Isaiah 35, verse 4. Say to those with fearful hearts, be strong, do not fear. Your God will come. He will come to save you. And this one might be my favorite just because of the word it uses. This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 12. Do not call conspiracy everything this people calls a conspiracy. Do not fear what they fear, and do not dread it. A lot of conspiracy theories out there, and sometimes they stir up fear. And Isaiah's telling the people, God's telling the people through the prophet Isaiah, don't be jumping on every conspiracy that comes down the pike, because it just creates a little bit of fear in your heart. So trust God. He'll hold your right hand, lead you through these things. So this is a little song. It says, we're no longer slaves to fear. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies, till all my hope is gone. That's wrong. Till all my fears are gone, not my hope. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again into your family. Your blood flows through my veins. And I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. So 8 different verses in the book of Isaiah, possibly more. I found 8, telling us not to fear, that God will hold us by his right hand, walk us through this. In fact, we're teaching the children in our children's videos on Sunday morning about the 23rd Psalm. And next week we're going to cover, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So, let's not be afraid. Let's not worry about conspiracy theories. I mean, if you enjoy looking into that stuff, that's okay. It can be kind of fun or exciting or whatever. But God's got this. We're seeing it now. Obviously, where are things at for church tomorrow? We're staying with what we have. We're staying with our 9 o'clock video service on Facebook Live. If you want to tune in, if you're home and able to do that, and would rather stay home, more comfortable doing that, great. 10:30, drive into the parking lot. We'll get you parked safely and spaced out properly, and you can listen to some worship from the balcony. I actually just bought a little device that will put the worship right into your car radio, and Barbara Mooney will be singing some great worship. Then I'll be preaching out of John chapter 2 about intimacy. That's what John teaches us about, intimacy. And the more we have an intimate relationship with Christ, fear is just gone. Because the Bible says perfect love casts out fear. And Jesus is perfect love. So I hope you know you were loved by him today. I hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. And be blessed. Spend some great time with your family. And thank God that he's bringing us through it all. All right? See you tomorrow at church, hopefully. And I'll be back here tomorrow afternoon on this Facebook page. Take care.